Sorry.
Ba, 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 ba. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
No, we have lead-in music now.
Oh, well, just in case
We don't even need any of that.
Well, then just forget.
I'm a little parched.
Well, if you're listening to this live, then
then you didn't get any theme music.
you didn't
That's
get
true.
theme music. So welcome to the show.
Welcome
to the show.
It's a good one.
What's going on,
Not much, man.
ladies and gentlemen? I know it's Monday. You're going, what the fuck is going on? Why are these guys recording on a Monday?
Due to unforeseen circumstances, we were unable to record yesterday.
That is true. That is true. But we're here today because we know how much you bitches want us.
Well, I mean, we have a lot that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, we do have a lot. Can't wait a week.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna start us right off with a bang.
Yeah.
Alan, right? Alan Ritchson.
Yeah, Alan Ritchson. Jack Reacher.
Reacher
Jack
again?
Reacher.
Yeah.
Or
you hear about all the stuff that he went through?
He apparently some guy
What?
thought it was a good idea. So
What idiot thinks it's a good idea to pick a fight with Alan Ritchson? I mean,
in case
seriously.
you didn't know, so Alan Ritchson was riding dirt bikes with his kids through his neighborhood in Nashville.
Yeah.
And his neighbor apparently thought, I don't like that. And he decided he was going to come out and confront him. First off, the neighbor claims they were going way too fast, which body cam footage proved it wasn't.
Yeah. They were going 25 miles an hour in a 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy
Love
literally steps in front of him and pushes him off the bike. And it was at that moment that Alan Ritchson stood up and decided, you know what, sir? I do think I want to cash your fuck around check.
Yeah. That was
the most Jack Reacher thing I've ever seen. Like, that was method acting.
It was so ridiculous. And
that dude's ass.
He really did. He really did.
Of course he did.
He was taking full swings at him.
Of course
he
did.
Full swings. And he didn't at first. That's what I loved, is that he showed some restraint there, man, because the guy jumped. He literally jumped right in front of the bike.
Yeah.
Like,
he shoved it, and then he's like, oh.
And then, of course, he kind of like stumbles off the bike because he's not expecting to have to all of a sudden support the weight of the bike. And all these people, here's the thing I hate. I hate when people automatically assume things, and I hate when just a portion of a video is posted, because the fucking TMZ jumped on this, and they made a joke, and they're like, oh, look at after the bike spun out of control, he's trying to pick it up. That's a very un-Reacher thing to do. I'm like, okay, first of all, he's not Reacher. That's when he's in Reacher, he's choreographed, and they take many takes to do things. I'm sure things don't go right on the first take, but what is not fake about him are his muscles. That's not fake. I mean, you don't
like, I don't know what. Like, I don't care if he was doing 75 down the street. I'll tell you what I'm not doing. I'm not stepping in front of fucking Jack Reacher.
That's right.
That's for goddamn. Or if you don't watch the show Reacher, Aquaman from fucking back in the day when he was on.
Yeah, from Smallville. Or he was Hawk in.
He was Hawk in The Boys. Or not the
no,
Boys.
Not the Boys. It's the Justice League. It's the Titans on HBO.
Like, so I mean, like,
yeah.
And then the best part was this dude comes out with his fucking story because all they had was that one Ring camera footage at first.
Yeah.
And first off, way to go, Ring camera, for not picking it up until after the dude's getting his ass kicked. That's a good fucking.
The first video was somebody inside their house who was filming outside the window. That's the TMZ video It was somebody inside their house who, of course,
was that the guy from season 2?
They missed the entire first part of the altercation.
They didn't miss it. They watched it, and then they were like, "Ooh, I'm gonna
that's what I
rich off
mean.
this
That's what I
fucking
mean.
video."
They missed it by they didn't record it, and then they're like, "Oh, shit's going down. Alan's getting upset. Let me start recording this and show him beating the shit out of this guy
for a second,
and make it look like he's the asshole."
Do you think for a second that person, when they opened the window and saw what was going on, do you think when they started recording there was a split second where they were like, "I didn't even know they were filming here"? Like they were filming an episode? Like they thought they were filming an episode? They're like, I didn't even know they were filming in the area. This is awesome.
Alan turns around to him and is like, Hey, can we do that again?
Yeah,
We got to do another take.
Yeah. So then, like, the guy goes on.
My bike spun out.
The guy
You
goes
gotta do
on
another
TV,
take.
and he's like, blah, blah, and he, like, blew this out of proportion, and then Alan Rich didn't say nothing for, like, 3 days. And then he goes, oh, by the way, here's my fucking body cam.
Here's my
dummy.
body cam
You
footage
have to,
that will
like,
show
I don't
you
care
absolutely everything that happened.
I don't care where you are.
Oh
I don't
my
care what
God.
you're doing. You need to assume you're being recorded all the time.
Yeah.
You need to assume there's a camera on you.
Yeah.
Like,
Honey says he's like 6'3", 235 pounds. Yeah, you're not going to mess around with it. It's not as if you're jumping in the front of a bike that's ridden by Steven Seagal.
no, if it was first of all, Steven Seagal ain't fitting on a fucking dirt bike. Let's just fucking Steven Seagal is on a fucking easily on like a quad.
He'd have to have one of those ones with like
He's on one of them.
the 2 tires in the
Fuck.
front and the one in the back.
No, he'd have to be on a
giant
fucking
thing.
hover round with his fat ass. Fucking one of them Stephen Hawking fucking wheelchairs. His fat ass. Fuck him.
But I mean, it's not as if you're doing that. I mean, you're jumping in front of like basically the real life Hulk.
I could even see you jumping in front of Tom Cruise as Jack Reacher. Like, he's
Well, yeah.
tiny. You'd think he's a child. It'd be like, oh, I'm going to knock this kid off a bike. I mean, that's not any better. You're still a bully. But, no. And then that ended exactly the way you thought it was going to end.
Yep.
And, like, at what
I mean,
point-
even the police did an investigation
Yeah,
with
they were like,
thanks
no,
to the
we're not-
fucking body cam
They're like,
footage.
no, we're not going to
They're
charge
like,
him with it.
yeah, this was self-defense. Somebody jumped right in front of his bike.
Yeah, if we charge anybody, we're going to charge you with bleeding on his hand. You,
Totally ridiculous,
like,
man.
At what point, what all I could...
Oh,
Jesus Christ, I'm popping.
it's the bionic couch.
That was crazy.
Or careful of
Jack
that thing.
Reacher. So what I was gonna say is like, have you ever seen the commercials or the TikTok? They do YouTube videos. Be like, it freezes. There's like something going on, and then it freezes, and there's a voiceover that goes, "It was at this point that he realized he had fucked." Like at some point. Like, I want to know, was it punch 1 or 3? At what point did that guy go, this was
I think it was
horrible mistake.
I think it was when he initially fell to the ground. I don't even think he'd been punched yet.
Yeah.
I think when he fell to the ground, he realized he couldn't just run away from this situation anymore, and he was like, it was at this point that he realized.
It's like then, or either that, or when like he stopped him and the bike fell, and he was like, and then Reacher like got up. He's like, this is so. First of all,
well, what if he did like had he completely thought it was a different neighbor, like maybe he'd been mistaken the whole time. And
I thought you were Gary.
He
Fuck, man, I'm sorry. I thought you were Gary, the skinny meth head from up the road.
Yeah, but now I have to commit. Now I've gone too far. I have to commit.
First of all, how are you going to win this? You knocked him off the dirt bike. He's wearing a helmet. What are you going to do? You're like punching a fucking refrigerator.
And I mean, the guy
don't
didn't
punch
the guy
like
didn't
that.
Even,
That's not a good way to punch. That was Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
You're doing Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Yeah,
don't fight like that. That's how Steven Seagal fights.
No, Steven Seagal fights sitting down. At least,
Yeah,
at least the Rock'em Sock'em Robots are standing up and they're in a
he
ring.
sits just like this.
He sits there and he just flip. Yeah.
The guy's got to run.
It's like,
hold on.
You come here. You come here.
I need a sandwich.
He pulls out his oxygen. Okay, let's go again.
Hold on, my ponytail's loose. So anyway,
okay.
We learned not to fuck with Alan Ritchson.
So good on you, Alan Ritchson, for having the body cam and having the proof to show
smart celebrity. That's a very smart move.
And really, it's sad that it's come to this, but I think that most celebrities should probably do that.
Yep. Even normal people. You should.
Because there's people all over the place recording all the time.
I'm gonna have a camera. I'm gonna start carrying a camera, but I'm not carrying like a little fucking. I'm getting one of them old school like NBC fucking giant. One of the old ones that the reporters used to have to carry around.
No, get one of those ones with a harness in front so that it at least has a steady cam. But it's like the giant thing that you
walking around with that all day.
All day long.
Like, sir, you can't come in here with that. Say that again in 4K, please.
But again, I know we don't like to get political on here, and I'm not getting political, but what I do have to say about the entire situation, what really, really makes me mad is the guy who, like you said, halfway through realizes there's an altercation outside and all of a sudden picks up his camera and starts recording, and he's only getting part of the picture.
Yep.
And it's not so bad that he does that. Maybe he's doing that because he's like proof that I actually witnessed this.
Yep.
You know, that might be what's going through his mind. But then people like fucking TMZ and maybe even one of his friends who got it, and like they jump to post stuff, and then you get a half story, you don't get the full story.
Yep.
And this happens all the time,
Yep.
not only with celebrities,
Yep.
but it happens with like news, just regular news stories, or
Yeah.
you know, like any news source is just like cherry picking things and saying, oh, we want this to be what the story is, so we're just going to use these facts, we're not going to use the whole thing. Or they like gut reaction when a story breaks and they're like, oh, did you hear this just happened? But then after
Yep.
the fact, and you find out that there's so much more to the story behind it, and then you're like, oh, we really kind of jumped to conclusions there, we're sorry about that. But I really, really hate it that news sources and even people on Facebook and TikTok and all these other things, it's the one thing that I really can't stand about social media. I love social media for so many different reasons, but I can't stand it for that, because I don't know. It's just very misleading. It leads to all that fake news shit and everything like that, and I hate it.
What would you have done if you were the neighbor?
If I was the neighbor,
If you were the guy whose house he was fighting in, like if you look out your window and like, because I wouldn't have been able to sell my video to TMZ because I would have went outside and started kicking the dude too. I'd have just like, yeah, fuck yeah, Jack Reacher, why are we beating him up?
I don't think I would have joined him in beating him up, but I probably would have stepped outside and cheered him on. I definitely would have cheered him on.
The video, the body cam footage, it's like him beating up the guy, and then he stands up, and you're just standing there eating a sandwich in like your pajamas. You're just...
Oh man, that reminds me of the story. Okay, so I was actually out in, I don't even know if I ever told you this story. I was out in Rochester visiting a friend. And I staying overnight at his house. So we were out front on his front porch, and we were having a cigarette. He didn't live in the best neighborhood in the world, you know. So there was some sketchy things going on, and there was a house party going on across the street.
Oh man.
So
That sounds dangerous.
well, I mean, everything was fine for most of the night, but then again, I don't know the full story, but I'm assuming some kind of fight broke out because a bunch of people spilled out the front door and were now in the street, and they're all yelling at each other and fighting, and you know, and then you hear pop, 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 you know, and we're like,
Fireworks.
fuck,
Oh.
somebody's letting off fireworks.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we thought. Yeah.
Like, wow, that's a weird,
So
weird time to let off fireworks.
So we went right out into the street with them and started looking up into the sky. No. So
it was beautiful. And then we all held hands.
Yep, and we started singing. It was it was a wonderful time.
The fight stopped.
The fight stopped. Yep, everyone just starts
hugged.
going. You hear a collective ooh ah.
And there was no more crying.
Yep. No, but
That's a great
that's
story.
why Rochester's the city it is today. No, so we hear.
I really want that to be true.
I know, wouldn't it be great if it was?
I want that to be so true.
We hear a few pops, and we like crouch down. We're like getting
yeah.
on the ground, of course, you know, and then we hear some cars, you know, peel away. We're like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
So now, of course, you know, 10, 15 minutes later, cops are swarming the street, you know, and they're looking for people,
Fireworks
you know.
are illegal in Rochester.
So this was and this was well before, you know, the
Midnight
legalization of marijuana. So that was still kind of
aroma in the air.
a frowned upon thing.
I
friend,
don't know what that is.
my friend whose house I was staying at was a regular partaker, like a very, very regular partaker. So he's high as shit. Okay.
Yeah, I
and
know that feeling.
Now we're sitting on the porch again. Now that everything's kind of calmed down, and we're like, oh, now the cops are here. They're walking around and everything like that. And my buddy goes to the refrigerator, gets himself a Klondike bar, and
I like this guy.
yeah, he's just kind of like, well, let me see what's going on out there. So he goes out like the side door. He's and we follow him, and he's in the backyard, and this cop comes walking around with the flashlight, and they're shining it in the bushes trying to look for people. And they shine it right up into his face, and he's like, yeah, kids. I'm like,
Kids.
yeah.
Oh.
Huge fight just went down. There's gunshots. There's cops
great.
everywhere. And now he's just standing there with a Klondike bar in his hand. A cop comes out of his backyard and shines it in his face. And he goes, kids.
That's so good.
What are you going to do?
That's so great.
Yeah.
This fucking...
And the guy's like, the cop's like, you okay, man? And he's like, yeah, I live here. I just came out to see what was going on. Oh my God. It was hilarious.
So I have a funny cop story. So we were on it. This isn't even a cop story, but it's a funny fight story. I should have said fight story. Me and Aaron, when we've driven to Key West twice from upstate New York, which is a hell of a drive. But
that's a long way.
We were in Georgia, and we had just gone to Hardee's, and we're pulling out, and we're coming through, and we're getting through traffic, and these fucking people in this Georgia beat up piece of shit truck, license plate 89Y, and I won't say the rest, but I've never forgotten your license plate, douchebag. So it was a fat woman, and then two guys, like a fucking clown car. Fat lady, two guys. So they cut me off, like they almost hit me.
Yeah.
They fucking lay on my horn, and they stop dead in the middle of the street. And I'm looking, and I'm like, they're not. And she looks at me, and I go, if he opens that door, I am kicking the shit out of him. And all of a sudden, the door opens, and this like 65-year-old, and when I say 65, I mean not a 65-year-old man that looks 50. I mean a 65-year-old man that looks 85. And this guy gets out of control.
Not one that you could like goes to the gym and keeps himself.
No.
Yeah.
So this fucking guy opens the car door, and he gets out, and he takes 2 steps towards our car. And I look over at my wife, and I went, I'll be right back. And I fucking throw the car in park. I open the door, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And he fucking looks at me, and he looked at our license plate, and it says Pitbull Dad in New York. And then he looked back up at me, and I went, I have a gun. And he turned around and got back in their truck, and they left.
As well they should.
I didn't have a gun with me. I don't carry a gun with me when I drive to fucking Florida. That would be stupid. That is the dumbest. But yes, in case anyone is asking, I cares.
You do have a carry permit.
I have my pistol permit.
Yeah.
I've had that since I was 18, and I've had my carry conceal since I was 22. So,
I do not, and that is why I rely on swords.
You don't. I mean, to be fair, you do not need a permit to carry a sword.
Yeah. I mean, it's a hell of a time getting on an airplane with it.
It is.
But
it is.
And it can get in the way in crowded elevators.
Yeah. And I imagine it's not fun to take a shower with.
I have to say, excuse me.
Yeah. It's You do a lot of apologizing when you're
do
modern day samurai.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd call myself a samurai.
Well,
maybe a sous chef, or something like that. But
I would. Could you? I would pay money to go to a fucking sushi restaurant where they cut the fucking sushi with samurai.
Well, wasn't that was an old Saturday Night Live, John Belushi. Yeah. Samurai chef.
So we went. Speaking of that, we went. If you ever have the chance to take a day trip, if you guys ever feel like if you and the missus are ever like let's travel for a day. We went down to Newburgh. That was why we couldn't record yesterday. 'Cause we were down in Newburgh. Newburgh is about 3 hours away. It's down near New York City.
Yeah.
So we went down there for my wife's family, for the services. We weren't there for the services because the services were on Sunday, Monday. We went down on. We went down Friday. We went down Saturday, saw everybody, and then came home to get our dogs on Sunday.
Oh, okay. Well, you both had to work on Monday, anyways. Yeah.
Well, while we were down there, we were looking for food, so we went to this buffet called the Flaming Grill.
Yeah. Okay.
Just like the one in Maddie.
It's not a chain, though, right?
No.
Okay.
Joel, this place. Think of the biggest buffet you've ever been in.
All right, hold on. Got it.
Twice that size. Dude, I'm not kidding you. There was dinner. I'm not gonna.
It was 3 miles wide.
Yes.
Jeez.
And if the biggest one you ever thought of was the Wendy's buffet, no, but like there was like so many different. Like there was a station that had nothing but like meat. They had like roast and like brisket and like all this stuff.
Yeah.
Then they had one that was full crabs, like whole crab. And like whole lobsters, big full lobsters.
Oh my god!
It was like $22. Sorry, I said the price. I said I wasn't gonna, but fuck y'all. But like, so like it was like $22, and like it was, and like there was, I swear to God, like 100 different kinds of sushi. Like,
now that seems like a little like cheap for.
That's what I said.
For
but
that.
It was one of the best, and I think it's because it was so close to New York City. Like a lot of people from New York City travel up there. So it's
I don't know, man.
I
don't know if I'd be really thrilled with or trusting the quality of the seafood when it's $22 or something like that. You know,
it was amazing.
I don't know. I mean, I think one of the biggest buffets that I've been in is probably the one at the Turning Stone. You know, the casino.
Yeah, it was about
like that's
double the size of that. About double the size of that. Like,
okay.
Because
that's pretty big and it's pretty good. I mean, it is expensive, but it's pretty good.
Like the one at Turning Stone, like you know the whole it's got like the different stations. Like, The sushi was probably the first like 3 stations. Like it would be like that size. Like it was just like all sushi. It was amazing. But so anyway.
Oh, I miss the Wendy's bar though.
I do miss the Wendy's. And Ponderosa. I miss Ponderosa.
Ponderosa.
Remember that shit ass
Ponderosa too? That was great.
I love my wife. I love my wife more than anything, but the worst experience I've ever had at a Ponderosa was because of her.
Well, all right. Well, we got to be fair here though. Because, I mean, part of it was my idea.
I changed my mind. I'm only 25% angry with her. I'm 75% angry with Joel.
Because it was, all right, we were at Singer Stock, right?
Yeah. It was
right. Okay, so for those of you who are maybe watching or are going to watch, the bar that we hang out with, we used to DJ at, Singers Karaoke Club.
Beautiful downtown Solvay.
Not a sponsor, but you could be. And we mention them every week. But Singers was a part of our lives for a really long time. Still is a part of our lives. But like, I mean, a much bigger part when we were DJing.
Yes.
Even when I was getting to know you and everything. Yep. Getting to know you, getting to know all about you. Sorry about that. Sorry. Anyway, so Singers used to have a thing called Singer Stock, which is kind of like a tip of the hat to Woodstock, because we would have a concert, an outdoor concert festival. We would play games. There'd be live music. We'd do karaoke. Is that a campgrounds?
One of our guys, Nick, actually, one of the first places he sold his whiskey was at Singer Stock.
Yep. So Singer Stock used to be great because we would go up. It was officially, I think, only on Saturday. Yep. It was like it was a 1-day festival on Saturday, but it was at a campground, and so people would go up sometime Thursday night, but we would usually go up like Friday night and stay until like Sunday afternoon.
So
it was just, I mean, it was an excuse to just non-stop drink.
Yep.
Or all
smoke.
Weekend long. Yeah. Drink, smoke, any hard drugs, you name it.
Hard ones, soft ones.
Yeah.
Upper counters.
They were, and it was a blast because you're at a campground. You're not going anywhere.
Yep.
You basically you put your keys in the car,
Yeah.
shut the door, and then you're there for the
a lot
entire
of
weekend.
people
So
didn't-
you're not worried about
A
driving.
lot of people didn't have weren't in tents. A lot of people either had like we used to get the cabins.
Yes, there was a few cabins there, and there was some people. There was some people that had campers, RVs. But there was a lot of people that brought tents too. There were some tents.
Not that I personally know, but we found out that it took exactly one blunt to go around the loop. We used to call
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Me and Kelly.
You mean
Yep.
taking a trip, a walk around the
Yeah,
loop?
if you walk around
yeah.
the, we used to call it blunt loop because you used to take one blunt to go all the way around the loop.
So that was the same
much
year.
fun.
So we went there a number of years,
Yep.
and Singerstock was just a phenomenal time.
Shout out Mr. Sub.
Yeah, Mr. Sub, best subs around. Pulaski, Mr. Sub,
Not a sponsor,
hands down.
but you could be.
Hands down, the greatest subs that I have ever had, and I've introduced you guys.
Yep.
I introduced a bunch of you guys to
Yeah.
it. I think the first year I went, I took Remy, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Remy.
And his birthday just passed too, man. That was a
4
tough
years.
day.
He's been gone 4 years.
4 years, yeah, that was tough.
Which that made me think that he's been gone 4, which means Jeremy's been 6.
6, I think. Yeah, I mean, yeah. When you think about it, there's a lot of people that we've lost over the years as singers, and
it's crazy to me that like Jeremy was that long ago.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Remy was a surprise, but then I started thinking about Jeremy. But anyway,
But
back to Singerstock.
I think the first person that I brought there was Remy, and he was like, "Oh, this is so good." And then the next year, I think I brought you and Aaron.
Yep.
And then by the third or fourth year that we went, I was taking orders and bringing back like 20 subs to people.
Oh my god, yeah. Yep. That was the best.
That was like our Saturday lunch.
That was the
and it
best.
was they're so good.
Still one of my top to this day. Mr. Sub is still one of my like just top like 2 or 3.
Yeah, but it was a regular thing that we would drink until like Friday night. When you get there, you think, all right, I gotta pace myself.
Oh my god.
You drive down, you get into the parking lot, you get to your cabin, and you're like, okay,
itchy.
I gotta pace myself.
Yep.
Because I'm going to be here till Sunday.
Yep.
And yes, I brought 5 bottles of liquor and 2 cases of beer.
It's true.
But I'm going to pace myself.
Yeah. Well, that is pacing.
Yeah.
Half a bottle every 12 hours.
Which is pretty much how it worked out. Because we regularly didn't even get to sleep until like maybe 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
At a minimum.
That I remember. All I remember is on Friday nights, our little corner, because we had that cabin. It was us
Yeah.
and then like Steve. Oh, rest in peace, Steve. While we're at it.
Yeah, Steve.
Rest in peace, Steve Anderson.
Yeah, Steve Anderson.
He used to bring his inflatable like thing there.
Yeah, the bounce house.
The bounce house.
Yeah.
And they were at the other end.
That was the thing that I loved about Singers. It was so random.
But
that,
like Friday nights,
it's all adults, and he brings a bouncy castle.
Friday
and
nights,
it was awesome.
our cabin had that. Like we used to have everybody in our cabin on Friday night. Like that it was because we had Jerome and Jen in the one next to
That was
that was so much fun.
It was great because it was always that was the place that everybody ended up. That
And
was
then the
place where
bonfire. We used to have the giant bonfire. Everybody would be around for fucking 8 hours.
That was Saturday night. So Friday night it was like at our cabin, and then Saturday night it was the bonfire.
And then we had
okay. So what I'm talking about here, this was the same year that Jerome. I think we were up at like 5 a.m. Like, okay,
the copper.
We had gone to bed at 4.
My god!
I think we'd gone to bed at 4, and we were up.
Jerome,
I think at 5:30 or 6. So we're all on like an hour of sleep, hour and a half of sleep. Yeah. I know that I walked out of our cabin, and I saw you over by the RV. Yeah. Jerome was staying in the RV.
Yeah.
And so there's Jerome, there's Kelly, there's you, a couple other people I can't remember. I mean, Jen, Jerome's wife, Jen is there. And I walk over, I'm like, hey, what's going on, guys? And we start talking, and somebody, I don't even remember the conversation. Do you remember how it went?
No, but I know Jerome was he was drunk.
He was drunk and high.
He was high. And I think he was on like some sort of like a
he might have been like a mushrooms or something like that. Yeah.
I believe
something like that.
Oh
but
my God!
he said something about the. I don't even. How did we start talking about Mayans? The Mayans stole. It was something about who discovered America.
Yeah, we got talking about America.
Was that it?
All of a sudden, he got talking about the Mayans
and
how they stole all the copper out of Lake Michigan. And we had no fucking idea what he was talking about. But he just said the Mayans stole all the copper out of Lake Michigan. And we're just going, okay.
I don't know where he even got that from. I remember later on trying to look it up and saying, like, is this like a theory that I've never heard of?
I don't know what he was talking about.
I think we started talking about, like, Columbus discovering America or something like that, and Europe and then somebody was like, no, the Vikings were first, and Jerome was like, no,
the Mayans
were here before
because they came and they took all the copper
out of Lake Michigan
and they brought it back to Mexico, and I was like, none of those things are. Not one of those things is right.
All I remember is I was trying to get his story straight, so I repeated the story. Like I repeated the story to him to make sure that I understood what he was trying to say, and I said it back to him the exact same way he said it to me. I said it to him, and I said, "Is that what you're saying?" And he looks at me straight face. He looks me dead in the eye, and he goes, "No."
Oh my God! That was oh my God!
So then we decided to do a coffee run. Right?
Oh, yep.
So Kelly
did the coffee
Kelly's
run.
like, I'm going to go do a coffee run. I'm going to run to Dunkin' Donuts. We're going to, because this is like, you guys are way past. You guys need to sober up before you start. Because mind you, again, this is like 6:37 a.m. on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
And we've already been drinking for probably 12 hours.
12 hours
at
easy.
least.
12 hours.
So
easy.
she's like, okay, you guys need to sober up. And I think Kelly had just gotten there like in the morning or something.
Yeah, because she didn't get there till Saturday morning.
Yeah. So she's like, you guys need to sober up. I'm going to go do a coffee run. I'm going to run to Dunkin', get everyone coffees. Yeah. And so we kind of, and she'll like, we'll meet back here in half an hour.
Yep.
So we go our separate ways. I think I went into the cabin and like, I think I took a shower or something like that. Or, and then you got high. I know that you were outside.
That's
high.
a pretty good.
I mean, you already were, but you like had another one.
Guess.
You had another one.
Yeah.
And then I think you came in the cabin and you're like, all right, I'm going to hop in the shower now. And I was like, okay. So I walk outside. And as soon as I walked outside, I look over at Jerome. He's at the car. He's at his car and the trunk is open. And he looks over at me. He looks over at me and he goes, I found the scissors. I looked at him so confused. I was so confused.
We were talking about the scissors like when you had left because you went to the cabin first. We were talking about it, and he started talking about scissors, and he was talking about how he lost the scissors, and Kelly, and because Kelly had just gotten there, and he goes, I lost the scissors, and Kelly goes, what scissors? And he goes, the ones the Mayans used to get the copper. And so he goes, I need my scissors. And we had no idea what he was talking about. So he goes, they've got to be here. And
so
we're like,
I wasn't even in on that conversation.
No, you walked out of the cabin and he opened the trunk and they're there. And he goes, found the scissors.
And the funny thing is, you're telling me this right now, and this is the first time hearing about
this.
It
was the most ridiculous.
I don't know if he thought I was there for the whole conversation. But
he was just ready.
I walk outside now that I've taken a shower. I'm like, okay, I'm awake now. I look over at Jerome. The first thing I see is holding up a pair of scissors with the trunk. Found the scissors. And I'm like, good for you, bud. I have no idea why you even wanted scissors or what that was all about.
I wish we could do. I wish we could do Singer Stock again.
I know. I know.
Well, Holly, when you hear this, when you listen, if you're not listening right now because I'm too lazy to check the chat, when you hear this, Holly, let's try to figure out a way to do a Singer Stock again. That was That was
Yes,
fucking great.
it was okay. So the whole reason that Singer Stock stopped in the first place was the pandemic.
Yep.
You know, so like, it wasn't that we didn't want to do it anymore, or Holly didn't want to do it anymore. It's like, and then nothing's been the same since the pandemic. So like,
Yeah, it's been hard. It's hard.
And we're starting to get back to
I think we could
close
do
to
it
normal.
again.
But
I think we could have a good.
it might be an idea
weekend
to
again.
do again sometime.
I would do it.
But-
I would love to do it again.
Not this year though, because Singer Stock is always the first week in August, and
Yeah,
that's
well,
my
maybe
wedding.
maybe we could change it.
That's my wedding.
Maybe we
this
could
year,
change it.
So
Maybe we could change
let's
it.
not do that. But then okay, so this whole thing started, and to answer Charles Honey's question, yes, the Ponderosa in Pulaski, which is now shut down. So
Because of that shitty breakfast.
Singer Stock used to take place up in around Pulaski,
Yeah.
not right in Pulaski, but it was
Stoney's.
around there. Stoney's Campground.
Stoney's Campground.
Yep, Stoney's
And,
Campground.
yes, whatever. If you've never been there, the guy that runs its name is Stoney. Think about what you think a guy named Stoney would look like, and that's exactly
You're right.
what you're. Yes,
You're right.
Yes.
Yep. Just add a few more blunts to the equation,
Yes.
and then you're right.
Yes.
Yeah. So
If I'm Willie Nelson,
that was
Stoney was Snoop Dogg.
yeah. That's a good analogy. So that was the same year. This is all leading up to. That was the same year that we had this. So now we fast forward to Sunday morning.
Yep.
So Singer Stock is over. We go Sunday morning, and we're all getting ready, packing up, getting ready to leave. And we're like, where do you want to go to eat? And I said, well, we're up in Pulaski. It's not like we're in the city. There's not a ton of choices and everything. And I said, oh, there's a Ponderosa right up the street. It has since closed, but I was like,
Didn't we
there's
think
a
it was
Ponderosa.
lunch though? We thought it was that I thought we
Yes,
were going to get there
yes.
right when we thought it was going to be lunch, but it was still fucking.
Yes. That's right.
We thought it was
You're
going to
right.
be the beginning of lunch, but it was the end of breakfast, and because it was the end of breakfast,
Oh,
it was
that's
shit.
why you blame Aaron.
Yes.
Okay, because now, okay, it's coming back to me now. It's all coming back to me now. Okay.
That's all we can sing without getting hit with copyright.
Yeah, I randomly pop into song anytime we say a line from
like a musical.
something. Yeah. So because they serve breakfast to us at Singer Stock.
Yeah.
Sunday morning. The one meal that's provided for anybody who wants to partake is Hollywood put together a breakfast for
The
everyone.
lovely Holly Berlin.
Yes. So we would have like eggs and bacon and sausage and toast and mimosas because we needed more alcohol.
Absolutely.
If you
I
didn't,
think
if you
you're-
didn't want the alcohol, you could just do like the just orange juice.
I feel like if it's in the morning though, on a Sunday morning, it's really not.
No, it's not. I mean,
Not really
yeah.
alcohol. It's mimosas.
It's. I mean, it's. What is it? What is it? Mimosa? It's champagne.
Is it like champagne and orange?
Champagne and orange juice, I think. And champagne's not that like. That's not like it's 8% or
So,
something like that,
Not
right?
to change the subject, but we went to Key West. Tell me how, because now we're talking about breakfast drinks. Like, there's a bar down there, the Blue Rooster, I think it's called, and they do like they have like a margarita bar, but like you could put like sausage links and like chicken wings and like I'm like, what is that's not a Bloody Mary? That's a fucking like what?
But that's one of those things that Bloody Marys is like infamous for. Is just like adding whatever. I think
Here's a rotisserie chicken.
I saw Bloody Mary one time that was just called the kitchen sink because they just throw like everything onto it. Did you hear? Okay, now we're really getting sidetracked. Did you hear about the place that's doing a ranch flavored milkshake?
Yeah, that sounds like hell.
I know, that's disgusting. I think it's called like the Moose Lodge or something like that.
Excuse me, if you are the ones making the ranch flavored milkshake, I do not want you as a sponsor. You will not sponsor
it's
this
so
podcast.
gross. Like
just
I
tell
think.
you,
Wait, I think I took a picture of it because I wanted to.
If he does, he
make
will put it
sure.
on the screen right about now.
Yeah, Great Wolf Lodge.
There it is.
Offering a limited time ranch milkshake from March 5th to May 20th, 2026, blending vanilla ice cream with ranch dressing. The savory sweet treat features a lime salted rim,
That's not
whipped cream, and is topped with
So-
crispy chicken tenders, carrots, and celery.
so. First of all, am I the only person that
That's
knows
gross.
when you mix citrus and milk, it curdles the milk? Like,
It's so
it makes the milk
gross.
like.
Oh, but that's what reminded me of it because they top it with chicken tenders.
Disgusting.
So like tenders, carrots, and celery with. I guess they're going for like wings, like a wings mix, but put the ranch. But that I love on its own. I'm
worst.
okay with ranch. I'm okay with ranch, and I love vanilla. You know, that's good.
I think the celery is the worst part of the entire thing.
Oh my god, that's just I couldn't.
Stop.
When I heard that they were actually doing that, I was like,
Giving people celery. Nobody wants your fucking celery.
and stop putting things into milkshakes and ice creams. Like there's a hot honey ice cream. There's like
You know what I don't
buffalo
understand?
wing ice cream.
I see. The
There's-
other thing that pisses me off is I see these people that make like cinnamon rolls, and they make like different for like. Here's a cinnamon roll with fruity pebbles on it. Nobody wants a fucking cinnamon roll with fruity pebbles on it.
There was and there's donuts with like Lucky Charms on them.
Go
and stuff
fuck
like that.
yourself.
If I wanted
want
Lucky Charms, I need a bowl of Lucky Charms. I want a donut.
Here's a donut with like I will say I did have a buffalo wing donut that was fucking amazing.
The maple bacon. There's a maple bacon one that's a lot of places do too. That's really
people are
phenomenal.
like, here's kale and spinach on a fucking donut.
Yeah.
Eat a dick.
Try our new sushi donut.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? That's going to be somebody's going to do a sushi
I think
donut.
it's a thing. I think it is.
Is it really?
I think it's sushi.
No
donut is a
way.
thing.
Oh, gross. That sounds disgusting to me.
Sushi donuts. I think it's a thing.
Sushi donuts. You can visit Sushi Donuts in Waukegan, New Jersey.
Waukegan, New Jersey.
Yeah.
The world's
It's the home of the sushi donut.
home of the sushi donut. Gary's Bakery and Fish Wharf. for serving the greater Waukegan community.
Serving the tri-state area. Come on in.
Since Tuesday.
Yes, since Tuesday. And then it's like closing soon. And there's a sign up that says
Just grand opening, closing soon.
grand opening, closing soon. Yeah. Because we know this isn't going to last.
Why did you? What do you think happened? Well, we were serving sushi donuts and ranch milkshakes. We don't really know what happened.
I can't tell. I mean, I thought there was a research shows that there was a huge demand
in the Waukegan community.
and
Apparently, our polls were wrong. We interviewed 4 people in my family.
Our focus group. Okay, so our focus group was 4 to 6 year olds.
And my dog.
So
and my dog barked twice for yes.
That may have been our first mistake.
Their focus group was a bunch of dogs. You ever see the dogs that can hit the buttons? That was their focus group. It was dogs.
Them and the horses that stamp for
toddlers, horses, and dogs.
Oh man!
They're like, that's our next venture. Now that this business is closed, we're starting one called Toddlers, Horses, and Dogs. We will groom your horse, your dog, and your child.
And your child, yes. And all using the same tools. all using the same tools.
That's smart. You walk in and look through the glass, and there's like a dog and like a baby on the thing, and they're clipping his nails.
And then they spray it with like the big sprayer thing. We're delousing him.
They got a muzzle on the kid. Like, we had to put a muzzle on him. He's bit me twice.
Oh my god!
I would pay money.
They put a bowl over the head and do the cut, and then they do the same thing to the horse, and they cut the mane around. The horse has a bowl cut on his head.
Serving the greater Waukegan community since late Tuesday afternoon. Also closing soon.
All
my God.
We have gone way off track here. Way off track. Okay, so what I was getting at, what we were getting at was
thank you.
Ponderosa.
Yeah, Ponderosa has a shitty breakfast.
Yes. But Holly would put on a breakfast for us at Singer Stock,
Yep.
and we would eat and it was wonderful.
And she didn't.
And then-
and I will say, not to get you sidetracked, but she used to. It wasn't a cheap. Like it wasn't like a hotel continental breakfast. Like she used to, it was like they used to cook pancakes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It wasn't like powdered eggs either. Like
it
it was real eggs, and it was like they got
she didn't
like
fuck around for
no, it was like
Sunday
real
breakfast.
bacon. She didn't get like pre-cooked
She
bacon.
You've been
or
drinking
anything.
for 48 hours.
Yeah. No. She put on a spread for anybody who
was
wanted
so
it,
nice.
and we so we had the breakfast, and then we were getting ready to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what we were doing is we were all in the cabin and we were all packed up and we were ready, but it was only like 10:30 in the morning.
Yep. That's exactly what it was.
So we were like, well, what do we want to do for the rest of the day? And we were just kind of talking and throwing some things back and forth. And I said, well, I never get to go here, and I know that there's a Ponderosa up here. It was actually one of my first jobs because I grew up in Pulaski. One of my first jobs was as a dishwasher at that Ponderosa.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, there's Ponderosa, and I don't know if you remember, but Ponderosa used to have the greatest breaded chicken wings.
They did.
Like,
I used to go there for the wings. The
yes,
wings were
that
great.
was like that was like 80% of the reason for me to go. Was just their bread. They had a big salad bar. It was one of those ones that had a whole bunch of stuff on there. Breaded wings was on there. They had a pasta bar. They had like a baked potato bar. And they had these breaded chicken wings that were so good. I don't know what the spices were in the breading, but they were always very like they were very moist and like a lot of flavor and everything. And they were so good. So I was like, let's go to that Ponderosa for lunch. It's a great buffet. It's not super expensive. We can get a ton of food. And everyone was like, yeah, oh, that sounds really good.
And then we got there.
So then Aaron says, well, let's go now. We're all packed up. We're ready. I don't want to just sit around.
Oh, that's right. That's
where the blame comes into Aaron.
You're absolutely right.
And that's why I couldn't let her take all the blame.
You're right.
Because it was also my suggestion to go to Ponderosa.
Correct. He is correct.
But
Joel is telling the truth.
When she said that, none of us thought about it. We were just like, yeah, we're all packed up. Let's just go.
Yep. Nobody thought they were still serving breakfast.
And we get there. It's like 11 o'clock, and they're like, we're still serving breakfast for another hour. And we were like, okay, well, do you have a breakfast buffet? And they're like, yep. And we were okay. Well, I guess we'll just have the breakfast buffet.
I thought we were being trolled.
And
worst breakfast ever.
As good as Ponderosa is for lunch, is as bad as they are for breakfast.
Or at least the last hour of breakfast.
Yeah, the last hour. Because they got the leftovers.
I mean, maybe if you want to drink eggs, because those scrambled eggs were the most uncooked.
It was disgusting.
Yeah. How do you have... So, like, the toast was undercooked.
But burned.
You mean... Yeah. How do you have burnt bread? How the fuck do you burn bread? It's not toasted, but it's burnt. What the fuck did you do?
And the other thing, I think they put like way too much butter on it too, because it was like it came out of the toaster burned, and then
shiny,
and then it's soggy. Because it's got so much butter. Like, it was soggy.
I don't know what they did, but they fucked it all up.
It was really bad.
Nothing good on that entire buffet.
No.
The sausage was shit. The bacon was pre-cooked. It was that pre-cooked shit bacon.
And like I said, the eggs were like the powdered eggs. Like the scrambled eggs, they were like powdered.
It was so
where they just
bad.
mix it.
It was so bad.
It was awful. Even the coffee was watered down.
As much as I love, like you said, I always thought Ponderosa's chicken wings, they reminded me a lot of like... They were very very KFC-ish. Like, have you ever had the extra crispy KFC?
Yes.
Like they were very breaded, like almost like that, like almost like they were double. They were
really crispy, really crispy.
Some of the best breaded wings or crispy wings I have are at Chinese buffets.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do, but whatever they do, their Chinese buffet wings are delicious.
Well, when I worked at the Ponderosa, when I was I think I was like a junior in high school or something like that. Like I said, one of my first jobs. And I was a dishwasher back there. And at the end of the night, when they were cleaning up the salad bar, they would bring us the rest of the breaded wings. Oh, and they would set them back there with us. It was me and my buddy Doug. as dishwashers back there, and we would just like, okay, 10-minute break, and we would just house that thing. We would just eat. They were so good.
We used to do that when I worked at Burger King. My first job was the Burger King in Mattydale, and I was in the back cooking, and it was crazy because we used to close at 9:00. About 8:30, we would put a bunch of stuff through the thing, and then it would just sit there. Because there was a time, I don't think they still do it, but before they used to make so many, like you'd have so many patties already made.
Yeah.
So like I don't know if they still do that, but that's what they did. So like we'd have like 4 left over and like a couple chickens and fish.
Yeah, and then you're closed and you don't want to waste them. So
you're like,
like,
I'll just take this home.
Yep.
Thank you.
Oh,
Nuggets were the best because I used to fucking just sit there and I'd eat the nuggets. I always had to cook. We used to. I think it was like 12 at a time, unless you were doing a 20. Like they used to do 6s, 10s, and 12s.
Yeah.
And whenever I'd drop 12, I'd always drop like 16.
Yeah.
And then eat a couple of.
Okay, so another one of my favorite jobs when I was a kid was in again up in Pulaski. There was a place called Pulaski Country Pizza. So it was like a little nice like sit down Italian place, pizza place.
We used to go there. We used to get a lot of pizza there when I would go up fishing. When we'd go salmon fishing.
Salmon River. Yeah.
When we go up to Salmon River, we used to go there.
Yeah, so Pulaski Country Pizza run by this great little Italian guy, Angelo. I worked back in the kitchen again. And I did like prep chef, like I would get like the spaghettis and the lasagnas and stuff like that ready and everything like that for people. But one of the greatest perks about that was if he got the pizza wrong for somebody. So like if he put the wrong toppings on and the pizza and he brought the pizza out and they would be like, this isn't the pizza we ordered. We wanted different toppings. He would bring it back and he would put it up on top of the oven and he would just be like, there's a mistake, guys. And we would just be able to eat that.
That's crazy.
And it was awesome. It was so good.
Fun.
Like, I mean, he'd never do it if like they tried the pizza and didn't like it, then it gets thrown in the trash. But if it was a mistake where he brings the waiter brings it out, waitress brings it out and they say, that's not what we ordered. And they bring it right back.
Yep.
Rather than waste the pizza, he would just bring it back and the cooks, the dishwashers, everyone in the back there would just eat it. It was great.
Yeah.
And that was really good. It was one of those cheesy. Yep. It's got like the the cheese pull.
Yep.
Oh my God, it was so good.
Yep.
So good.
Oh,
so,
man.
The moral of the story is don't go to Ponderosa for breakfast.
Well, now you can't go at all.
Well, I don't know if they're all closed, but the one, the one in Pulaski, you can't go to that one anyway because that's
that
gone.
They closed shortly after.
It did. I think it closed within the year.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, well, no shit. We were the last 4 people to go there. We should have known when we walked in and there was literally nobody else in there.
There really wasn't.
Like I don't even think anybody worked there. I think like we showed up and a lady came from her house, took our order, and then left. Like she just had a camera. She's like, "Oh, there's people." Yeah, no, it was a good time.
There was like 10 cars in the parking lot, and they were like all sitting in their cars. They were like sitting around smoking, and they were like, we start walking in, we're like, what's going on? And they're like, we're waiting for lunch.
Yeah,
you guys do you, but we're waiting for lunch, man.
Yeah. Enjoy the powdered eggs.
Yeah.
We're so
enjoy the watery syrup.
And it's so funny because I think
flavorless
about it,
coffee.
I think about it and I'm like I can remember like so much like stuff from Singer Stock. Like things we did, like the kickball games with in the little pools.
A lot of it's hazy for me.
What I don't remember, other than the one year that we did the food contest that I was in.
Yes.
I don't remember food. And breakfast. I remember breakfast on Sunday. I don't remember what the fuck we were eating those weekends.
Mr. Sub.
That was it.
That was
Mr.
it,
Sub.
though. That was it.
There
so,
you go.
like, we would do a coffee run in the morning on Saturday.
Yep.
And then we would get Mr. Sub in around noon, and we would eat a full sub. The full sub was like I think it was a little over a foot. I mean, it was a good size.
Yeah.
But I would eat an entire sub for lunch.
That's true.
But that's all I would have for the rest of the day.
Fair.
There was
I
no
would do
food.
the same. That's true. You'd eat once.
Because then it was just like I was playing beer. I remember I played beer pong with Remy as a partner. We came in second place. We were so pissed off, but
I know you guys
beat
us.
But we
you beat me, my way.
That was fun.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, Singer Stock for me, a lot of it's a haze.
Yeah,
like, I remember bits and pieces. I think after about 2:00 on Saturdays, it's usually where I start to go, did that happen?
Yeah.
Did that really happen?
Yeah.
Because I have
And that's what I remember. I remember
to question
stories.
it.
I remember individual stories,
Yes.
like the story about Jerome.
Yeah.
Like that story. I remember, like I remember because that was
They were
Southern
such-
Folly's first.
They were such good times.
Yeah, like I bought one of the very first bottles of
Yeah, so did I.
at Singerstock.
Yep.
It was the
Yep.
first place he sold them.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
They were that was good. I remember that.
Very good.
We did have a lot of we did have a lot of good times at Singerstock. It was
There was and it was
But-
it was always fun seeing like
I will say, I think you and I pretty much can have fun wherever we go. Because
Yeah,
we've
that's
been on
true.
several trips to places together.
yeah.
And we have a fucking ball. You and I, my wife, and at the time her friend, who don't have the same sense of humor, didn't have quite as fun a time as we.
Well, that's the funny thing is that even if people around us are not having the greatest,
You and I
time,
are fucking
if it's
chuckling
just
it up.
you and I talking, we're just we're on our own little
Yep,
vacation.
we're fucking
We're just
laughing
like,
our
okay,
asses off at things.
We plan on going up to Toronto and Niagara Falls and everything, and we're like, we're gonna bring other people with us, but I mean, pretty much this is just for us.
Yeah, we're
Just
gonna hang out. We're gonna hang out. That was a good trip. Let's talk
that
about
was
that
a fun.
one time.
Yeah, we'll
That'll
talk
be
about.
good.
That's a whole nother trip. Yeah,
And then I'll have more
whole
stories
nother
because I'm
story.
going back to Toronto next month
yes.
to celebrate. Oh, my 50th.
Oh, that's right.
Wednesday. I turned 50 on fucking Wednesday.
Happy
Last
birthday,
Wednesday.
Baked.
Man, I hit
Sorry.
the 50.
Bringing back
bringing
baked
back the
there.
old shit. I turned
Yeah,
50
happy
on
birthday.
fucking. I mean, it's not
Welcome.
really a big fix. We didn't really do anything. We went out to dinner with her mom.
But you're gonna be kind of celebrating next month, going up to Toronto.
Yep. That's why we didn't really do anything this month.
Right,
We're going to Toronto.
right.
And as you can see, I am dressed as a 15-year-old skater from Santa Cruz, California, apparently. Because my wife told me
He was a skater boy.
I
So see you later.
I walked out of the house when we were leaving the house. So I come here. We were walking out of the house and I had my backpack and stuff. And she goes, people are going to literally think I'm leaving the house with my kid. Like, she goes, you look 12.
Well, if it weren't for the beard,
Yeah.
that's a dead giveaway.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the beard and the shaved head adds a few years, 2 years.
Yeah, now I
from
look
a
like a
distance-
felon. Now I just look like somebody who's not allowed near a school.
From maybe from a distance, if you were wearing a ball cap, you could get away with like 18, 19 or something.
No, but I think she
yeah.
just meant the way I dressed. She goes, you
yes,
dress like you're 12.
Yes. Well, and she's not wrong.
She's not, but
No.
it's fine. I
this-
like what I like.
This was a fun one. I enjoy reliving those days, and I haven't thought about that in a
No.
long time, dude.
And that's what
I have
some of our
not thought
funniest
about that in a
stories
long time.
are. Some of our funniest stories are just shit that we've done.
Yeah.
Like we have some stories from. We could spend an entire episode about Toronto.
Yep.
We could spend an entire episode about Niagara Falls,
Sylvan Beach.
Sylvan Beach.
Yeah.
Like we have like what I would like you I'd like to do
Sylvan Beach.
is on our TikTok. If you follow us on TikTok, which you should, I found some of our old DJ videos.
Yeah.
From when we DJ'd. I'm gonna throw a couple of those up, like a nostalgia. Some of our favorite ones.
Yeah, they were
From-
like the little promos that we did before
our Saturday night.
Singers our Saturday night
Yeah.
shows that we did.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
they were so fun.
They were a lot of fun.
We used to make them up on the spot. Like
That's
no
what
planning.
amazed me about it. Is like
Some
as
of
good
them
as they came out. Okay, and so for those of you who are seasoned like TikTok or content creators and everything like that, you're gonna look at these and you're gonna say these are like really like
These are
like
decent.
spliced together roughly and
Yep.
like it's not the great. But keep in mind
the
that we
content.
came up with the entire idea and shot it within 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And we would do all that and then like throw together some without any kind of like formal training or experience or anything. You would do most of the editing on that kind of stuff, and you would just like throw together those things. And I think they look amazing.
I think so.
I think they look
some
so
of them,
good.
Some
for,
of them
for
are
the effort that went into them and
Yeah.
everything, and the time that we had to
I'll,
do it.
I'll probably I'll throw some of them up on our YouTube too. And
Yeah, you should throw some up on TikTok, throw some
Yep.
up on YouTube, and man, it's Singer Stock was one of those things where I wish we had video of some things.
Yep.
I'm glad we don't have video of other things.
Yes.
But
Yes.
it would have been nice to have like a video like a video yearbook type thing of like.
Man, who would have thought we were going to spend that much of the episode talking about singer stuff?
I know.
That is one of the things I love about our podcast is we never know. When him and I sit down to record this, we are not sure.
There's virtually no scripting.
We are just going to fucking just riff about whatever the fuck comes up.
And I do like that because like I like ones where there's a little bit of a script or there's a little bit of a story or something like that. But I had no idea that I have a whole pad of like stuff.
I would also
this is what I planned on talking about tonight. Jesus. And we didn't get to
out the window.
We didn't get to
right
one thing.
Window.
Oh, Alan Ritchson is what started it. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that we got.
I like it's like that's nuts. That's just we didn't get to talk about. We didn't talk about any the quadriplegic amputee that killed a man.
Oh, yeah, accused of murder or something.
How did they shot a man?
Was he guilty?
I know he's. I don't even know how they handcuffed him, but he's in custody.
Yeah, that is insane.
But that's we didn't even get
one
to
of
that
the strangest stories that I've ever seen.
Yeah, we didn't even get to that fucking story.
Oh my god. Yeah. Well, we'll get to some more stuff later on. But,
yeah, we appreciate you guys being here.
Absolutely.
Like,
I hope you had fun. I mean, I wasn't even conscious that there was an audience.
No.
This time, I was just laughing with you about remembering singer stuff because I hadn't thought about that in so long.
Yeah. That was good. We'll do that. We'll link some of the videos in our YouTube. Watch our TikTok because we're getting more active on that. We're gonna start posting more on those things.
Yeah, like all these, a lot of times the things that we talk about, the commercials or the little clips and everything like that, we'll post that on the TikTok feed, and we'll post that on the YouTube feed. We'll share the links down below and everything like that in our comments. So make sure you take a look at those.
We never talked about what Joel was drinking this evening.
I am drinking. It's called Blueberries for All. It's an organic Maine blueberry ale. I went to Trader Joe's for the very first time this past weekend.
Aaron's taken me there a couple times, and I didn't know what to expect. But there's a lot of things there that are actually pretty decent.
You know what?
Expensive, but decent.
I went, but they're not that expensive. See, and they're depending on what you're looking at. But I went in there thinking everything's going to be expensive because, that's from what I've heard, I was like, oh, okay, we'll go to Trader Joe's, but everything's going to be expensive.
Yeah, I thought it was like a Whole Foods, like it was supposed to be expensive like that.
It's no more expensive than like Wegmans. It's like the same prices as like Wegmans and stuff. Yeah. But you find original stuff. You find stuff that you can't find other places.
That is true.
That's what I liked about it.
That is very true.
This is my favorite flavor of any kind of drink or dessert. It's always blueberry. I love blueberry, and this is a blueberry beer. And I'd never had it before. I've had a bunch of blueberry beers, but this is pretty good.
Who makes it?
It's not bad. Peak? Is that Peak? Am I reading that right? Peak. It's like I said, it's an organic Maine. I gotta put my readers on because I'm an old man. Yes, Peak Organic Brewing Company out of Maine.
Nice. Out of Maine.
Yep.
Man, that's a good.
But I mean, it's not bad.
Shout out to it's not a sponsor. But
you could be.
You're so dumb. Why?
I don't know. It's
so goofy.
I mean, it's nothing. It's only 5% alcohol.
Yep. So
it's not like a super strong, but it's got a good flavor to it. Yeah. It's got a really good natural flavor to it. Yeah. Not bad. This is my one alcoholic beverage per week that I'm allowing myself.
One Friday a week.
One Friday. Just give me one Friday. We got to tell that story sometime too.
We have a lot of stories. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna end on one Friday a week.
Yeah. We'll pick it up next week. Next Friday a week.
Thank you guys for listening.
Just Riffin' Podcast on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, OnlyFans. Oh wait, no, not that one. No, I'm sorry, we haven't discussed that yet. No,
that was a.
Well, I mean, we did come up with their new slogan.
That was a throwback to last week.
Yeah, we did come up with their slogan. when you're here, your family, I think it was, or something. I don't know. Anyway, like us on all the socials. Check us out. Be back here next week. Share it with your friends. Tell them to come listen. We're pretty funny.
Subscribe and have everyone listen.
If nothing else, you can turn it on in the background while you're mopping your floors.
Yeah.
Do people mop?
Mopping your floors?
People still do that?
Do they do that?
No, we Swiffer.
Yeah, I mean, we Swiffer, we sweep, we vacuum, but I'd like to.
Yeah. Probably not mopping.
Do people use mops anymore?
Probably old people. My mom.
I guess.
All right. Anyway, guys, have a good night.